and welcome to another episode of Schiffbauer Over Rocks. We got a special guest today, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Prez of Buy Local Coalition on, Carmine. It's an absolute pleasure having you on, man.
Thank you for having me on. This is great. I love it.
I know we've been talking about getting it on the schedule for a while. It's
Yep.
like, oh man, like during the week we can't do it, but now we're doing it weekends.
Yep, we're here on the weekend. Have nothing else to do. This might go long.
You got to tell me, York.
Yeah.
What's your affiliation in the area, like growing up here? Did you move here? Were you born and raised?
So I was born and raised here.
Okay.
My parents, obviously, they came from Italy. They immigrated here in the late 1960s. And I was born in 76, born and raised here in York. Graduated from Dallastown High School.
Okay.
And
we have had a couple Dallastown alumni on the program.
I noticed that. And I'm all about York. I love York, love this town, this county, the city, everything about it.
I joke with people. I'm serious, but they think I'm joking. I'm like, I love York.
Yeah.
Like they're like, you wouldn't want to live in a big city. I'm like, not really. Like I can travel and vacation there.
Right. And we're so close to everywhere.
That's what I tell folks. Like in
We're
terms
hours
of
away
Mid-Atlantic,
from everything.
hour Baltimore, hour and a half DC, 2 hours Philly, 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours Pittsburgh.
Yep.
3 hours New York.
3 hours to a beach.
It's hard to beat.
No, you can't beat it.
And
And decent cost of living.
yes. And then the area in general, I had Katie Mahoney on here.
Yeah.
Hers coming out here soon, her episode at the time of this recording. Your county is like so unique in the sense where you have like a downtown environment in downtown New York. And then you have like these royal country areas and these really nice parks.
Yep.
And then you got the burbs. You got the little kind of like what you think a suburb to be, where it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Smack dab in the middle.
For sure. Absolutely.
So, born and raised here.
Yep.
It's interesting with you as a business owner and entrepreneur, though, where you're the second generation.
I am. So that is especially with being part of Buy Local, where it's a lot of people are, I would say, are entrepreneurs starting the business, starting from scratch. Where I'm coming in as a second generation, and a lot of people might say, "Oh, you had it made; it was already established." I have the daunting task of keeping it relevant and keeping it
54 years, I saw.
Yeah. So we've been in business 50, right around 50, going on 52, 53, something like that. And
I feel like when your business is that long, at that point, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a long time. But my dad taught me how to make sure you continue with the future of the business with technology. So like my entire shop, my business has gone from doing everything manually to we're almost 100% automated. We're about 99% automated, which is amazing.
Which is crazy to think in your field, especially with, ladies and gentlemen, he is the owner of Frank's Marble and Granite.
I am.
Day to day, which you wear a lot of hats day to day.
I do wear a lot of hats.
But that's like your traditional as an owner day to day. Outside your work with Buy Local and networking.
Yeah, that's my day job. That's what pays the bills. But
it's crazy to hear though that level of automation where something like his product is very custom, very high end. It is quality work. If you see photos, folks, we have to have Marty put a couple in post.
Yeah, and what I really like to promote are two things. One, all of our automation is made in America, so everything.
That's a big deal for me.
All of our machines are all made in America, and because we went automation, people think, oh, you got rid of employees. We did not.
Probably added a couple, I bet.
So actually, all you have to do is when that automation takes over a person's position, someone has to run that automation. Someone has to program that automation.
Be a specialist, essentially.
Correct. So that person just went from doing it from manual to a computer screen. So that's, again, there's still a little manual work in there, but I haven't had to fire anybody because we went automated, which is great. That's you don't want that. You want to provide work for people.
And I think just in general with automation with businesses, especially on the small side, because it is a sensitive subject about like employees and staff.
Right.
Automation, when done right, allows a business to grow their bottom line.
Exactly.
To be more efficient. If you're more efficient, if you're bringing more money in, and you're selling more products or servicing more people, then you can hire more people in different areas that are not automated.
Yeah, that's very true.
So that's the flip side. It's looking at the positives of it.
Oh, yeah, you have to look at the positive side of that. Absolutely.
What's been the most challenging thing for you as a business owner? Looking back on it.
I would say, obviously, in the past few years, staffing. Staffing has been very difficult. We have our core guys. I'm proud to say I have about 6 guys that have been with me in the 20-year range, which is awesome. I have a couple other guys that have been with me like about 6, 7 years. I just need like a few more guys every once in a while, and it's just hard to fill. But it's I'd say right now that's probably the most challenging part.
That's very common in the trades.
And almost every industry. I mean, everyone I talk to, restaurants, trades.
That's very true.
Anything.
I was cracking up the other day. White Rose posted on their Facebook in a really fun way about.
I did see that.
We have open interviews.
Yeah.
Make your mom proud. Get a job.
That was very good marketing.
that was Jeremiah. That was pretty witty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he was behind that one.
Oh yeah. Yep. You have to have fun with it.
You have to, it's change the subject a little bit. Anything with marketing too. If you're doing it right, it's an extension of the culture.
Correct.
In the business.
Yeah.
So if you're going to joke about hiring people like that, that's kind of a fun way.
Oh, yeah, it's a fun way to do it.
It's a good crew over there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They are a good crew. Yeah.
To me, like I joke, this is my first unofficial office. White Rose Bar and Grill is my second unofficial office for the Monday Night Steak Nights.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
So it's talking about the local community. I want to switch gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know this is what you're really passionate about more than anything.
Yep.
It's just buy local.
Yeah.
What is it for folks out there who don't know? Buy local coalition sounds like something political, but it's the opposite.
The opposite. So Buy Local Coalition is a networking group. It was officially formed. It started in like 2008, but officially became a nonprofit in 2009.
What was the decision to do that?
Basically, that was when the economy really started to tank with the whole banking thing back then. So it was really, hey, the only way we're going to survive this is if we support each other. And back then it was, in the beginning, it was Penn Waste, Traditions Bank, Quality, I think it was Quality Dot Printing or something it was called. There was Ream Printing. There was a lot of, I'd say about six to eight companies that started it. I wasn't in the very beginning. I found out about it very quickly, though. I'd say within the first 3 months of it happening is when I got in.
You're kind of second generation in terms of this organization.
That one. Yeah, well, I mean, I was in pretty soon. Like, it was like within the first 3 months. So, because as it was starting, they were starting to go out and talk to other local
These
businesses.
are people I want to be involved with and, you know, be associated with from a community standpoint.
Yeah, and it was a great cause, and it was awesome. It was, so back then it was free to be part of because at the time, Penn Waste, Scott Wagner, was paying for everything.
It was a write-off for him, essentially.
Well, it was he really believed in the cause.
Gotcha.
So he paid for the website.
You're giving me history today.
Yeah, I'm giving you history. So he paid for the website. He paid for stuff to happen, which was great because it got us to an amazing point. But then when he went for political office, we had to cut ties because we're not affiliated politically. So,
yeah, even if members may agree with certain stuff he does, I think that's a very fair decision.
Yep.
Especially for context out there. How many members do you have?
So we're currently at right around 320 businesses.
That's why you can't get political folks.
Yeah.
It's just at that point,
businesses.
it's just, no, it's
bigger.
bigger.
It's bigger than that. It's community.
Correct.
And it's about helping each other survive. And let's try and do business together. To keep political crap out of it. It doesn't matter.
I joke coming from a bar background, and I really joke, this only really rules of the show. Same thing, rules of the bar. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about religion.
Right.
And if it comes up, I always try to segue with people.
Get away.
Let's get back to the good stuff.
Absolutely. And I always say, it's the important part. We can't. Who are we? We can't fix the big stuff. We can do what we can do right here in this small community.
100%.
By helping each other survive in business every day and supporting small business as much as possible. That's what we can do.
Yeah.
So 2014, 2015, we got out of it with Scott Wagner. He went on his route. So we started charging. We had to charge membership fees, $75 a year.
Which is nothing, folks, with the level of events that they do.
Yep, and it's $75
It's worth
a
every
year.
penny.
Worth
and
every penny.
every, I think, hour someone would go out and check out an event.
And the whole point of it was for it to be for the small business, someone that can they're not a big business. They don't have a lot of budget for spending a lot of money.
It's not a $1,000 membership fee with strict requirements to attend every event.
Correct. And there's no strict requirements. If you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. For $75, you can't beat it. And it's okay. Those other organizations that have the higher cost things, that's different, and you get more out of that. Obviously there's other places where you can get grants, but they're built for that, and they have the staffing for that, and we need that. So we need those bigger networking groups as well. We're just smaller, a little bit smaller scale, and
I think for folks, and I've seen it firsthand, some of my clients and colleagues that I've took to your events or recommended your events to, they get out of their shells.
Yeah.
Because they haven't really traditionally networked, or because it thinks it's too intimidating to go up there and have to do an elevator pitch or have to bring a referral to the table.
Right.
You don't have that at Buy Local.
No, we don't have that. You don't have
and I think the best way possible, not having it as a requirement.
Yeah. And everybody's very friendly. Everybody in Buy Local is friendly. Anybody will talk to anybody. It's I don't know. I agree with you. I don't think it's intimidating in any way. I think it's. There obviously you might feel intimidated because it's your first time coming. But
in a room full of people, and you're like,
you're like, oh.
And you're like, oh wait, it seems like these people know each other already,
right.
But it's not cliquey at all. It's because everyone, once you meet people,
right.
I've gone to a handful of events.
Yep.
Since joining, it's just no, someone who's having this conversation with someone even they've known for years, they're going to treat you the same way.
Absolutely.
That's what I picked up, my perception of how folks interact, which is very friendly.
And I think everybody wants to even if they can't, even if I can't use you for whatever you offer, at least they know about your business so that they can recommend their friend. Hey, I met this guy or I met this girl. They do this. Mm-hmm. You should check them out. I got to know them 3 or 4 times at network mixers. They're really nice. They're nice. They're generally a nice person. You should check out their business. And I think you don't always get that direct referral, from talking to someone, but you might get that secondary one.
Which to me, it's still referral.
Still referral, right?
It's something where you put the time in your own right, and then people trust you, and then they're going to mention your name.
And
when York, even sometimes when you're not even in the room, which is powerful.
Right. And York is very, I do feel York is very, they want to know you first.
100%.
They want to make sure that, you get along. They want to know you. That's just, and I think that's probably the way it is everywhere, but I think
it's a little more ingrained.
More in York, yeah.
Where it's just this is how the culture is. It's not slow.
Right.
It's just the guard's up a little higher. But I think it's appropriate.
Yep. But it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's I got to trust you if I want to do business with you.
Correct.
I'm over the years, my own capacity at being a service provider.
Right.
It's just no, I'm putting more guardrails up or qualifiers. I want to meet you in person 9 times out of 10 now before we even sign.
Yep.
Feel you out.
Yeah.
What do you really want out of this, and what do you really want out of your business and life?
And you want to make sure there's a connection as well.
There has to be.
Right? It's not going to work.
I work with a lot of different personalities, but there's more commonalities than anything.
Yeah.
People like to have fun. They want to grow.
Yep.
And if they want to grow, we're going to make them some money in the process, which is always a win-win.
That's what makes the world go round.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, businesses are in business to stay in business and to hopefully grow and feed their kids.
Kids and their employees. I was talking yesterday with my guest Charlie on one of these recordings. It's just that's, to me, it's just looking past the analytics of what I do, and it's the dollars and cents.
Yep.
The really cool thing is when you work with a company for a number of years and their staff doubles, where you're indirectly playing a part in that success.
Yeah. And I tell you, I do a lot of people, and because you always try, you're hey, let's get together, let's do this, and I'm never available. And it's that way with a lot of people with me. It's because I'm working late. I'm not always, everybody thinks I'm out and about on live videos eating and doing stuff like that. It's not always that way. I'm not always out and about eating and
I've started to realize that since getting to know you for the past few years.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I'm actually out. Yeah, I'm at work till midnight making sure that my guys have enough work the next day and for the next week.
Or I'm working a full day over the weekend.
Right.
That's the reality.
There's many Saturday. This is my first weekend. When I scheduled this for this weekend, I said I'm gonna catch up on my paperwork so I can have a free weekend with Paul. I'm not working at all this weekend.
I appreciate that, Carmine.
First weekend that I have not worked in almost 4 months.
I believe it.
Yep.
I mean, you and I have tried to schedule this before. I'm I know you're not putting me off because I get it. Like, because I'm the same way with my team and I, and like, make sure my clients are being proactive.
Yeah. But it has to come first. And I've had I don't have a family. Unfortunately, I can't say my family comes first. I don't have kids and I'm not married. So for me, it is my business.
Family's what you make it. It's your employees.
Yeah, right.
It's your friends.
Yep, exactly.
I joke with folks. I'm like, I'm a bachelor by design at this point.
Yep. I think me too. I think so too. Absolutely.
It's funny because so many, I feel like, of our friends and like people we interact with buy local.
Yeah.
And like outside of like the grind, it's like they got families.
Yeah.
So I get it, and like I have the utmost respect.
Absolutely.
There's certain folks with like Rick, and like I work with like Trade Shilcoder from the ground up.
Yep.
I don't know how the fuck they do it. Like,
and then with the ones that have kids and sports,
and that's like Rick's getting into it, and then Trey's been doing it with like 3 out of 4 of his kids.
Utmost respect. Utmost respect.
Amazing guys.
Yeah. I don't know how all you guys out there with kids, God bless you, because man,
I'm
I don't know how you have enough
in that
time.
regard.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I can't. I don't. Yeah, it's oh man, yeah.
Been involved with Buy Local over a decade, essentially since its inception.
Yeah. Yep.
What's one of the coolest experience you've had witness to, either at an event or connecting somebody with someone else, or like just seeing a connection kind of grow over time?
I think I would have to say it's a little bit of everything. So, you do see connections happen. You actually see them naturally happen over different network mixers, where you see people are talking, and then all of a sudden they're doing business with that person. And if you notice, like on our Facebook page, so like Jared just did, he just did a post with You Relax and To the T Outfitters.
They did business together. So I always try to promote members using members. So I just shared the post and did hashtag members using members. And I try to do that with any business that does when they do something like that on their Facebook page, I try to share that post on our Buy Local page. I've caught a couple shares of like, I didn't think not even on his radar. Like, that's cool.
Yeah. It's, hopefully.
It's very organic when you do too. You just like share it. You're like, I know he's a member. I like what they're doing.
Yeah. And with Facebook, what the hard part is, I always say that I'm always thinking in my head, I hope members don't think I'm
playing favoritism or ignoring them.
I'm not. It's literally when you log, and I think if you have a business page on Facebook, I think you realize
I have access to like
the algorithm. Yeah, and the algorithms are so fucked up. It is. You don't know what you're gonna see. You do not know what you're gonna see.
Facebook's gone now to a pay-to-play platform
basically.
with the algorithm. Yeah, where like if you want your content to be seen,
you gotta pay for it.
You have to pay for it. I tell folks like, because I remember really just close friends of mine and like as business owners, like 10 years ago, Facebook, like, man, we're getting hundreds of likes on our daily specials. And then all of a sudden it's like in the teens, they're like, what happened? Asking me, I'm like, it's Facebook. It's not necessarily your content sucks all of a sudden. It's the platform's changing over time.
It changes all the time.
Yeah. At me as like a marketing provider, we don't get a notification of it.
Right.
So like Facebook, like we'll go on the back end of like Facebook Business Manager and the dash looks different without getting an update.
Yeah.
And we got to learn it in real time.
Right. And I can't even imagine learning that. I attempted looking at that stuff back in the day. That's your job.
Yep,
that's why you hire.
That's a lot of value.
That's why you hire people like Paul, because that is
It's funny. Just like me and shout to Digital John on my team, my long-term contractor, partner in crime, helping out folks out here. He's actually coming to York for 2 weeks. You're going to get to meet him.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
So the event on the 30th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to be there. So it'd be cool to do the introduction.
Cool.
He loves what you do.
Oh, nice.
Like he doesn't even like. I just spoken about you a few times. Yeah. And, like he knows a Buy Local. He's like, that's so freaking cool.
Oh yeah. I try. Listen, man. I try to share whatever I can from local businesses. Obviously, has to come across my feed while I'm happen to be logged in. Obviously, we're all volunteer. None of us get paid. It's all.
Yeah, it's not profit.
It's not profit.
It's your time.
It's just my time. luckily, a lot of my time is behind a computer at a desk, so every once in a while I just
You can catch it.
catch it real quick, and I have a few
In
minutes
between
to share.
like some paperwork or
Correct.
a spreadsheet or invoice.
Because sometimes looking at the spreadsheets and invoices, your eyes start going crazy, so you got to break away from that for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, I
You have
100%
Yeah,
with you on that.
yeah.
But
I enjoy doing it.
close that loop. That's why it's sometimes worth working with a team like us. Like John on my team's got 70 certifications
Oh wow,
related to marketing.
Yeah,
So like, if it's not worth somebody at like a business owner at a certain point to do it all, you can't marketing wise.
right.
If
No,
you really want
can't.
to grow.
Yeah, very true.
So you talk about like, oh, people think you're always out eating all the time.
Yeah,
You like eating out, though.
I do like eating out.
And like,
I do
you
like
got a
eating
thing
out.
with like your photos of the
Yeah.
dishes you take.
Yes.
It's like you should have been a photographer or were a photographer in a past life, man.
So you'll notice that if you follow the Buy Local page, my pictures are amazing of food. I take amazing pictures of food that makes you want to eat them off the screen of your computer or your cell phone. I try to do nice close-up pictures
Like the one you just sent me
with a light.
via Facebook Messenger
Right,
earlier.
just a few minutes ago.
It looks like professionally shot.
Yeah.
Might have to throw it up here for shits and giggles. Been post Marty.
So I normally have a little ring light that I bring with me everywhere. Little LED ring light. I attach it to my phone, and it's amazing. It does amazing. It helps. It makes you get the perfect picture. So
It's small too. It's not obnoxious.
no,
I've
it's not,
seen you
yeah,
whip it out before.
It's about 3
Pause.
About 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
You should have, folks. This is why we
Oh.
don't have a Patreon yet. We
Yeah.
probably should. You should have heard the stories we were talking about before we shot. Well, we'll save that
yeah.
for a follow up or a paid version.
That's for another version.
That's
Another
a
day.
paywall.
That one's for pay-per-view.
But ring lights.
But ring lights, they take for the quick picture. This isn't taken away from professional photographers in any way, because their pictures are way better. But for a quick picture to share on social media, for you get the gist of this is what this restaurant offers. It's great. To be fair, and so everybody thinks I'm eating all this food. Sometimes it's not my food I'm taking a picture of. I have been known.
I've actually seen you hey, let me snap a photo of this real quick.
Yeah, so a lot of people actually they'll recognize me. Like I'll be at a restaurant, and I try to eat healthier here lately, trying to lose weight, and so I might be actually eating a salad. But the table next door to me goes, "Hey, aren't you the Prez that takes pictures?" I go, "Yeah." I'll talk to them a little bit, and then their food will get delivered to them, and I'll say, "Hey, do you mind if I take a picture of your food?" That way I have something to post.
Yeah, let me get a picture of this pork loin coming out right now.
Exactly. So sometimes it's not always my food that I'm eating. A lot of times it's someone else, a patron that I'm talking to, and they let me take a picture, and they're like, "My food made by local page." I'm like, yep.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and obviously, food is easy to take pictures of.
And people enjoy it.
And people enjoy, yeah.
When they go out to a restaurant, you
Right.
typically want to experience
You want to experience right. So I try to make that food look really good, and obviously, I mean, whoever I'm taking the food.
I'm sure the owners and the people
Right.
who know these restaurants love it too.
They love it. Yep. And sometimes I might, even if I don't post it, sometimes they'll say, "Hey, don't post that. Can you give me the picture? Because we're going to use it for a special next weekend." Cool. I can, and I give them the picture. Yep. Yeah, I love doing that.
Some of your favorite spots downtown,
All
or
of
just in the
dude,
county.
Dude, all of them. I can't even say. I mean, I'll just throw out the ones that I frequent downtown quickly. Obviously, there's Iron Horse, there's Hamir's, there's Mesa Morera, there's Archetype. God, I feel like I'm leaving some out.
We'll put a disclaimer: we are not neglecting any
No.
buy local affiliates.
I can actually say I
folks.
enjoy pretty much every restaurant that there is downtown. Rockfish, Revival.
They each have something unique to themselves.
Handsome Cab, actually. So Handsome
I've
Cab.
never eaten there.
Listen, Handsome Cab. I feel
Actually once.
more people need to go to. Handsome Cab has really good meals. A lot of people I talk to say I've never been there, and I tell them, you know what, you need to go try it because it's really good food.
Yeah, try it out.
Try it out. So we're gonna actually be having a mixer there.
Okay.
We're working it out to be I think in November.
Nice.
So we'll have a mixer at Handsome Cab. So hopefully people can get to try their food if they haven't tried it yet.
I feel like a lot of folks who don't live in downtown who are buy local have,
Yeah.
I would bet money on this table right now, have
Yeah.
never been to Handsome Cab or wouldn't
Yeah.
even think to go to Handsome Cab
Yeah.
or don't even know what Handsome Cab is.
And they have if you're into wine, they have
The wine is delicious.
They have a great wine selection, but hey, they also have whiskeys and cocktails. And I'm more of a whiskey drinker. That's what I do. But they have a great selection as well. Outside of the city, oh man, Genova's, Primo's Pizza, the Paddock, First Post. Oh man, there's so many places.
I love like that seafood. Like it's not the right name, but I call it like a seafood melody. It's like that dish where it's like the crab meat mixed with like scallops.
Oh yeah,
and like shrimp.
So good.
It is like
it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's so good. Obviously, we like you like to eat too.
Yeah,
I see your post. We might teach you how to take some pictures.
we have to have a photo off after this.
Photo off. Yeah. Yep.
I don't have a ring light though.
No,
Marty, I'm stealing some of your equipment after this.
Yep.
I'm just thinking in general. What's been the most unique event Buy Local's thrown over the years? Because we were talking off camera earlier where you got a great core of people who come, either to every event or like you see them multiple times a year.
Yeah.
And like it's a very welcoming like culture, but when someone sponsors an event, I feel like it's a nice little twister, like added flavor to who they are.
So obviously like the last mixer we just had as of this recording was
Drunk Monkeys.
Drunk Monkeys. We did since it was the 15th of May, we did an Uno Cinco de Mayo network mixer.
That was so much fun.
So much fun.
I had a sombrero on my head running
around.
Yeah,
it was great. And then in February we did a Mardi Gras mixer. Mm-hmm. So we try to sometimes the person holding the event will want to have it themed, which is a lot of fun. I think our big one is our holiday mixer. So we have our holiday mixer.
I enjoyed the market. This past year
we do it at the Central Market, York. We can fit a lot of people. That is, and the nice thing is we charge very little. We don't charge to come to our network mixers. The only one we charge for is at the holiday mixer, because what we want to do is we're raising money for a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is we pay for the food, we pay for everything that's going to be there. We charge minimal amount. I think we charge around $10 or $15 per person. It's nothing.
It's worth it too.
And then we have a little silent auction, and all the money that we bring in, we donate right to a nonprofit, which we announce usually ahead of time, so that way you know who you're donating, who we're giving the money to. Buy Local itself, we just have to, with the membership dues, we make enough money to pay for the website, pay for the insurance, pay for stuff like that. But then from there, it's all about giving back, giving back to the small business, giving back to other nonprofits and stuff like that.
I know one you're really a big proponent of, and this episode is going to be released about a month and a half before the event.
Yeah.
Ales for Tales.
Ales for Tales. So my VP, Amanda, her and her friend Jen, were wanting to put something together to help rescues. And first Ales for Tales. So I'll tell you how it started. It started with a pie eating contest. Me versus a 3-legged Boston Terrier.
Was it Toby?
That was Timmy.
Timmy, okay.
Timmy. So Timmy challenged me to a pie eating contest. Yes, me, a 3-legged dog, eating pie. Now, they cheated and put way less whipped cream in his dish than in my dish. So I lost.
And Timmy cleared it up. He was ready. He's probably training.
He was probably training. I was training too, but
he was like Drago and Rocky. They were. Yeah. He was like in a lab.
I was done. I wasn't even a quarter of the way done, and he was done. So I lost that. And these are all on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, check out Buy Local Coalition, and you'll see this. The pie eating contest is there.
Well, you had like a dunk tank last year and everything.
Yeah. So then that created Ales for Tales. Ales for Tales. The first year, I actually raced Timmy in an agility.
I've never seen the video.
Yeah, it was an agility course. It was literally me. And it was timed because we didn't have enough room to go me versus him together. So, again, they cheated because as I was going through the course, they brought out pizza and put pizza in front of my face, trying to make me to stop and eat it. And then as I went through the course some more, they pied me. So that slowed me down. So again, they cheated again, and Timmy won. So last year,
It's a good story though. The three-legged dog.
three-legged dog. So then they rescued, same family, Jen and Scott. They rescued a English bulldog.
Okay.
And we call him the lovable lemon. So
I've seen him he's in the little logos and graphics of late.
He's got a three-toed lobster claw left foot.
I got one of those too.
He's got all kinds of issues, hip issues, knee issues. But this dog, and if you see the posts with me and this dog anywhere on my social media, he's always hugging someone.
He's a lap dog.
He loves to. Well, no, he's not a lap dog. He just loves to hug you, and he'll literally he'll come up. If you're seeing her, he'll actually come up and he'll put his arms on each shoulder, and you hug him
as a human would do.
As a human would do.
That's crazy.
And if you watch from the dog's face, you see him smiling. Listen, it's amazing to watch.
I think it's so fascinating when animals have those little human intricacies.
Yep.
You don't see it often, but when he says something like that, when it's consistent with the lovable lemon, this bulldog,
it's amazing. And we take him out. Every once in a while, we'll take him out to different restaurants and breweries, and he'll hug people, hug kids. It's just wonderful. So last year, the most recent Ales for Tales was me versus Toby, which is the English bulldog, and we had a Mario Kart themed race. We had the street closed off in front of Gift Horse Brewing, and we literally dressed up two scooters, and we raced in an obstacle course on downtown streets of New York.
You might have to put video of this in.
Yeah, it's all on our YouTube page. It's hilarious. And again, they cheated. They switched dogs halfway through the race. So
Lovable Lemon got a handicap.
I was Luigi, and Toby was Mario. Mm-hmm. Well, halfway through, when they started shooting water guns in my face and I couldn't see anything, they switched dogs, but to Timmy because Timmy's faster, and Timmy finished the race and won. But my sidekick ended up Ben. He ended up seeing it and he threw a red flag. so we had to go to the live replay, and the live replay showed it. So I ended up winning last year.
Oh, okay. So now it's ooh, you think they're gonna set you up?
Yeah.
This
So
year again?
it's very. So listen, it's very WWE sticky. It's very.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
People get into it.
And the great thing is the money we raise for local rescues is amazing. First year we raised $9,000. Last year we raised $18,000.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that amount.
It was that amount. Yep. So
Schiffbauer Consulting Group won't have to write a check for that.
it's a good cause, and it gives. The nice thing is it gives good exposure to buy local because it's the public loves to see things like that, and it's out.
People love animals.
People love animals.
Outside you and your board.
Yeah.
It's people. It's just something you can get behind.
Yeah. Yep. And it's a fun day. It's I don't mind making an ass out of myself if it's about raising money for a good cause.
Yeah.
Whatever the good cause is.
I'm the same way.
Whatever it is.
To me, it's.
Yep.
The pride at the door. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun. Now, I've had people ask me to do eating contests, like legit, eating contests, eat this thing in 8 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. That I won't do because I know that I can't do it.
Oh, I would feel like dog shit even if I could.
Crap. Yeah, that's just not. I'm not meant. I've not.
That was not a pun intended.
Oh yeah,
dog shit.
No, right. I wasn't built to eat fast. I was built to eat and taste my food. To eat it fast, that's just not for me.
Yeah, no. To me, I'm just gonna be uncomfortable.
I would be uncomfortable. Yeah. So I'll tell you one. This is a good one. This is another good one.
I can't wait.
So we're in downtown New York, first Friday, Beaver Street. They're looking for pie eating contestants. So no one's doing it. They get me. I go, sure, I do it. It goes against everything I just mentioned, but I already had a plan when they asked me. So finally, they get 10 people to do the pie eating contest, and I'm the big guy at the table. Everybody else is small and skinny. I am talking smack. I am literally up on the table telling people, you are going to lose. You can't beat this fat guy. I'm going to eat this pie so fast.
You're talking it up.
I am talking it up. I am totally, you're going down. They count it down. Everybody's got their pies. Everybody's got their forks. If you want to use a fork. I'm sitting there ready to go. I'm like, everybody's sweating. They're all like, oh my God, this
guy's going to clean us up.
This guy's going to clean us up. They say 3, 2, 1, go. I'm in my seat. I take my pie that's sitting on the table. I slide back away from the table. I lay that pie right here on my gut. I take my fork. One bite at a time. One bite at a time.
So you're just messing with everybody.
I'm messing with everybody. One bite at a time. Everybody at the table was like, what the fuck
is he punking us or what?
Right, what's happening right here?
Like going to overdrive? What's going to happen here?
So when it's over, all these people, because they didn't eat it with their fork, they dug their face into the pie.
They got nervous.
They got pie in their face. Yeah. They're all a mess. And they're like, you lost. I said, I didn't lose. I have a whole pie I get to take home. I get to enjoy this pie for the next 3 nights.
That's actually funny.
I get to enjoy this pie for the next 3 nights.
It's actually not bad.
Because that's what I did. It's a good pie. It was great. It was great.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So, Ales for Tales, what's the date?
August 10th.
August 10th. Okay.
August 10th.
It's dropped just around a month before.
Yeah. So it's usually so far it's been the second Saturday of August for the past 2 years, and now third year this year. So it'll be a good event. This year is going to be Olympic themed.
Because it is the Olympics this year.
It's Olympic year. So,
right around that time period.
Yes. So it's going to be Olympic themed. Won't say too much more, but we will have fun things to do. We'll have a dunk tank. It's all about we're getting local business owners to be the person getting dunked, and then obviously we try to get them and their customers to come and dunk them. So that's so we have that happening.
If you need a volunteer,
I'll let Amanda know because Amanda takes care of all that. But
somebody that say like, rather than dunking on the competition, you can dunk on me now.
Dunk on you. Yep. I like that. It's all. And what's great is all the businesses that do it, they promote it. They promote it. Hey, come dunk me.
To me, that's fun.
It's fun.
That's where like self-deprecation, like it's all for a good cause. And
for a good cause.
Remember, stop being serious. And that's the one thing I love about your events. It's just like, let's just be friendly and get to know each other.
We had a good one last year. Andy from J Car Logo. He did the dunk tank, and he came out in, I don't even remember what they call him anymore, what they called that suit. But let's just call it a very almost transparent looking bodysuit.
Oh, okay.
A lot
was visible.
Yeah. Nothing was visible. It was just a bodysuit that was tight, and it was a swimsuit.
Gotcha.
Like a body swimsuit. And it was tan in color, So it looked like what do you call it? Like the Invisible Man running through. But it was hilarious. Mm-hmm. It was hilarious. 1 year, I think somebody dressed up with a cape. 1 year, a girl dressed up as a princess. Everybody does something different. They do their thing, and that's what we want them to do.
Marty, I might have to be old Greg if I do this. It's an obscure reference from like a BBC comedy.
Okay.
This guy is like a swamp man.
Oh no.
So that's the bourbon and rye talking right there.
Speaking of bourbon and rye, I brought you something.
Oh, you brought gifts.
I brought gifts.
I love gifts. I always.
I almost forgot about giving you the gifts.
Oh no, that's okay because we're having a good conversation, my friend.
Let me put this cigar down here.
You are one of elite alumni who have given gifts on Schiffbauer Over Rocks.
So first.
What we got here? Marty's doing the close-up.
So first, now you already have one of these glasses, but this one's engraved.
What?
With Frank's marble and granite on it.
Did you know I had a glass like that?
I did not know.
No, that's even cooler. I don't know. It's like, is he getting really surgical watching like previous episodes?
I didn't even notice the glass.
I love this. This is sick.
And then to fill it,
this might have to be the go-to now. Where Frank's will always have like a little brand presence on the show moving forward.
I brought you a little.
Ooh.
This is beautiful. Okay. This is Horse Soldier. Okay. This is straight bourbon whiskey. This is the premium. So what this is named after what they call the horse soldiers. Mm-hmm. So after 9/11, right away, the Green Berets were sent into Afghanistan.
Did not know that.
And they didn't tell anybody. It was just it was secret. The Green Berets were in Afghanistan, and I'm not sure if some of the Green Berets are these people. I'm not sure if that part of it. So they were called the Green Berets that went in. They went on horseback into Afghanistan, and they called them the Horse Soldiers because of it. So now there's this whiskey called Horse Soldier.
That's a great name.
New York Port Authority donated metal from the Twin Towers. And actually, so I thought it was this.
Yeah.
I don't think, some stories say that this is from the Twin Towers, but what I read online is when they mold these bottles, they're molded in the steel from the Twin Towers. So
I'm keeping this bottle then.
Every glass
That's cool.
bottle is molded.
Really freaking cool.
Is molded from steel from the Twin Towers.
Wow.
This is an excellent whiskey. I love it. I think it's very smooth. It's really good.
I do want to crack it open today.
Absolutely.
But this is something I'll be drinking on 4th of July then.
Oh yeah, this is really good. And it's pretty much readily available for the most part. Every time.
That's a really cool story though.
Yeah. It's
Carmine, I appreciate it.
That's all yours, my friend.
Never expect gifts, but I always appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Actually, I have a feeling this is going to be scrumptious. Have you had it before?
I have.
You're smiling.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
So while I open this up, we've been talking about buy local back and forth.
Yeah.
How does someone join?
So
I just want to throw it out there for folks.
Sure. So if you want to join, obviously you do have to qualify as a local business. We do have qualifications and rules that you have to qualify. So on our website, you go to buylocalcoalition.com, or the short version is buylocalyork.com, and click on the link that says join. On that page, it tells you the qualifications. As long as you feel that you hit those qualifications, you can join right there on the website. It's very easy. If you're not sure, you can email us through the website and ask us, and we'll double check that you qualify as a business and as a local business, and we'll kind of go from there. But it's very easy to join right online.
Super easy for me to join.
Yep.
You want some? Oh, you got to finish that up though.
Let me finish this up.
I'm going to christen the new glass. It tastes like a goddamn Clint Eastwood movie. Woo! That is good. That is good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, for straight bourbon, that is.
Oh yeah.
That is. Smooth,
and you did it neat. Yep.
Well, yeah, no, I'm like, we got Chris in the glass, and like we talking off camera beforehand.
Right.
New stuff.
New stuff you have to taste and neat.
Let me at least try it once neat.
Yes.
That I can drink neat.
Yeah, that's
which bourbon I normally can't drink neat.
No,
that's crazy.
Yeah, usually the first time I drink it neat, all of them. I want to taste it neat first.
Yeah, give me like the full body experience.
Right, but then after that, it's always on the rocks. But
I tell folks, I'm like, that's the only time I'm pretentious. I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna drink it the way I want.
Exactly.
I don't care how much it is per bottle.
Yep, doesn't matter. Yep.
Some people it gives them an aneurysm, like like how could you? It's this 12, 18 year. Like nope.
Doesn't matter. On the rocks. Yep. Hopefully you enjoy it.
I already am.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so obviously joining Buy Local is very easy. Very easy to join Buy Local right on the website. So, yeah. Oh, our website's also very cool. You go to the member directory.
You made some changes recently, which are big cool
yes,
to highlight.
So we have the member directory, which has a search button. The search button works just like Google. You just type in, as long as the member typed in keywords into their description, they should pop up. So if they put in marketing, you should pop up. If they put in granite countertops,
I'll double check my profile settings.
Right, you want to check it out.
I might add some more details for that to pop.
So members that are listening to this, make sure your description is very detailed with the correct keywords, because you want to make sure that you pop up in a search.
Kind of like tags, like same thing, like Google or like a YouTube search. We'll put a couple tags on
it. Right. Yeah, then something else that's new. The website just got updated because the website updates. We're using a local person, but it's a templated website.
WordPress.
It's a WordPress. Right?
I'm a nerd. So that's marketing jargon coming out.
Yep. So it's a membership type of website, and they're always updating things. And the newest update was members can actually upload their own events.
I think it's a cool new addition for you guys.
Yes. Yep. So
because it's bigger than just the events you host.
Correct. It's bigger than that. We want the community to be able to use our website to not only find local businesses, but find out what's going on this weekend in the community.
Hey, we're doing something at like the York Fair.
Right. We're doing something at the York Fair. We're going to be at a craft show at a Gray Apple Farm Market or whatever. It's whatever it is, you can put it on there and it'll be visible to the public. So
I like that.
that's what we want. Obviously our website's not only for members, it's also for the public to check out, because that's what you want. You also want it's not only doing business to business. We also need business.
There's opportunity there to market that messaging more for the public to use. It's not just the coalition members in itself. Correct. It's like I'm the general public.
Yeah, and that's more.
I want to go local first versus doing a general Google search.
And that's what I usually. So me going around, what a lot of people don't see in the background, and when I'm going around, we have buy local magnets, and I'll hand them to the public. So like the other night, I was walking around downtown. I was literally handing magnets to people, saying, make sure you go to buylocalyork.com and support local businesses first. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's more word of mouth, more organic. And I think it's obviously, we don't have the money to do advertising on Facebook or anything like
that.
The
nonprofit, the fees are for the events,
right?
First and foremost.
Yeah.
It's like little basic administrative things, I would imagine.
Correct. Yeah.
Basically, like you say you guys are volunteer your time, the board.
Everything is volunteer. Everything.
Which is kudos to you. The fact that, because what you do, and from my perspective, is almost a full job in itself.
Yeah. And it is a lot, but at the same, like for me, as hard as I work,
that's your
life. It actually is my getaway. It's my, I don't know, my escape for a minute. It's doing stuff for the buy local part, because it's like, okay, I need 5 minutes away from work. Let me do
That's
this.
how I am when I go out.
Yeah.
Go to one of your events, or I'll hit another event up.
Yeah.
Like it's business related, but it's a different lens and getting away from the paperwork, the analytics.
Yeah.
And I joke with people too, where like people ask me, hey, so what we doing this weekend? You want to go out? I'm like, dude, I went out 2-3 times this week for different networking events. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I got paperwork I gotta do. I had to tell my one buddy Brent this weekend. I'm like, I'm doing a podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Might hang out afterwards for a little bit with my guest.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm working.
Yeah. Sometimes, and people, I'm the same way. I'm always out, and people that know me know I'm always out. But once in a while, I'm not out. I need to decompress.
That's been a big thing for me, where I try to take at least a half day or like a day of the week, where like lazy Sunday has been becoming a real thing for me.
Yeah.
I might do a little work on my laptop,
and just relax.
And then I'm on the rest of the week.
Yeah. It's tough being on all the time.
It's unsustainable, in my opinion,
it's
as an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Business people, whether you're the business owner, or if you work in the business and you're a high level person helping the business grow, I know a lot of people that are part of Buy Local, they're not the owner, but they have a sales position,
and they're very visible.
Visible to these events, and they have to. They're the face of the company basically, and they're on, just like we are, every night of the week. But they have to be, because that's what they're the face of the company.
Well, I tell people too, you got to take care of yourself at the end of the day.
And you do have to take care of yourself. And I will say that I don't want to. Our friend. I don't want to say too much, but I know he's taking care of some health stuff. And I will say for myself, recently, I'm also taking care of health stuff. And it's you come to realize as you get older, you need to take care of yourself. And I'm doing lots of, right now I'm going through, I'm fine, but I'm going through.
He's fine.
I'm fine.
Carmine's fine, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm good.
Alert.
I'm good. But, gotta do a few things, lose a few pounds. Probably gonna have to have a CPAP soon. It is what it is, but you got to take care of yourself first. And that's the most important.
I do a peer group that I co-facilitate the past 2 years, Carmine. And what we do is 3 hours once a month. It's mainly like business owners that fit profile Buy Local.
Yep.
Some service professionals.
Sure.
I got a financial advisor guy in there. He's great.
Yep.
He's an entrepreneur himself.
Yeah.
Doesn't meet the requirements of Buy Local, but we
still,
talked about that.
Sure.
Yeah. But what we do is we check in. We check in every month together. Give a rating. Your business. It's like a little inverted triangle.
Yeah.
Business, 1 to 10.
Yep.
Life, 1 to 10. Life, 1 to 10 is your VIPs.
Yep.
So family, or for us, friends.
Yeah.
Or close, people close to us.
Yep.
How are they doing? And the bottom's me. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
And me's the most important part. Where like people are like, oh, like I'm okay.
Yeah.
The business is great, and this is going on with this person. No,
This needs to be.
me's the most important.
It's the most important.
It's the bottom of the triangle. It's inverted because like if me's not taken care of, the other stuff's gonna fall apart eventually.
And hopefully this get together helps people realize that. You need to bring yourself. You need to.
That's why
That's great.
I've had my group's a mix of guys my age and the
Yeah.
gentlemen your age.
Yeah.
I know you're a little older than me, but it's a nice mix where we were across the spectrum.
Right.
So we can just share stories, good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
of
because
us
it's
got family, some of us don't. Like I'm like the only bachelor in the group.
yeah, and you need obviously you want some experience there with the older people. Obviously I respect anytime someone tells me something that's older than me and says, "Hey, I went through this, and you need
Experience wise, yeah.
experience
I'm listening.
I'm listening because if you think you know it all,
You don't.
you don't.
I'm constantly learning.
Yeah, and it's not just business wise; it's even life.
More importantly, it's life than business.
Right. More important, life. Right.
I think it's more importantly life than
Yeah.
business.
Yep.
Because to me, business is personal.
Yeah. What's amazing is here we are so work oriented. And if you go to Europe, it's opposite. In Europe
It's inverted.
It's life oriented. They could care less
They have
about
a
the work.
4-day work week.
Yeah, they have like they depending on what you do.
Yeah.
But they
If you're in France, it might be 3 days. And
Yeah.
the rest of Europe might be 4.
4 or 5. Yeah, so that's how it is. Yeah.
No offense to anyone who's French out there.
Yeah, right. Like I know, like my family in Italy, man, they get off almost an hour and a half to 2 hours for lunch. So you eat.
Well, that's healthy.
and-
It's not rushed.
right, and then they're still off work by 6 o'clock, and then they eat. Then they come home, do whatever with their family. They don't actually eat till like 9 o'clock
Well,
at night.
I heard like in Italy, that culture, it's like a late dinner.
It's a late dinner. But they walk everywhere. Like when they get home, they walk
To work or walk to home.
walk around, or let's go get an ice cream after dinner. They'll walk.
You're mobile. You're not sitting at a desk and a laptop
Yeah.
all day.
You're not, and you're not, and they're not like we're used to. Listen, I was literally a block and a half away before this podcast, and I drove to get closer.
It's fine. He said it, folks, not me.
I said it, but
I thought you might have walked over, but hey.
No. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, because it was it's raining, so I wasn't sure. So I was like, just in case.
The weather was a little.
I didn't want to walk back in a rainstorm, but I'm not a big walker. So
I don't mind it, but like if I gotta walk far, I'm about efficiency.
yeah,
That's me. Like
I'm with you on that efficiency.
so, it's just like I don't want to waste time
Yeah.
walking 30 minutes somewhere.
Right,
If I can just hop in a car.
up in the car and go. I have a feeling we're gonna be walking out of here though.
Yes, unless Marty drops us off somewhere,
Yeah, right.
which is fine.
Which is fine.
Well, yeah, parking's free wherever you're at on Sundays, so you're good. So I mentioned York earlier.
Yeah.
Is it York Revs uniform?
So this is York Revs uniform. Yep. I had to
hit them up.
I had to get it.
I might have to pull a favor with Mr. Shipley.
Yep.
He doesn't know it yet.
They just joined Buy Local.
Really, the Revs?
The Revs did, yeah. So
So who's going to be like the person or people
So
coming?
he was actually there at our
Bill.
last network. No, it was Nathan Tile.
Kyle's been involved with the organization for a while.
Yeah, I think
I'll
like
have to connect
14
with him
years
then.
or something. Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to do it. This sounds insane.
Okay.
So I'm in a fantasy football league.
Yep.
And then we had this past season come and go, and this guy Jay, good guy, came in last place, and we're like, well, last place, you have a punishment before the next season starts. So we decided, like, can we coordinate something where, like, someone has to sing the national anthem, the loser, publicly? So I'm like, I could have some connects at the Revs, but I just got to make it happen.
Right. I think they have to be good though. Just like at the Revs Stadium.
Well, with Kyle, I would tell him, like, hey, I'll donate, or we'll get a suite.
Yeah.
Us, and then we'll donate even like $1 for like tickets that night,
Yeah,
like
right.
a nonprofit or something.
Yeah.
Like if you want to lean in on the gimmick a little bit.
Yep. Good.
I'm saying this out loud.
Yeah. You have to see it. Nathan, it's on you, buddy.
Well, he's not going to hear about it before this drops.
Yeah, that's
but,
true. That's true. Right.
But I think it would be hilarious, but like it could be a fun like marketing PR thing for them, like local like York friends.
Yeah.
Have a crazy fantasy league
Yep.
bet.
Yep.
someone singing at the Rev Stadium.
That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be pretty funny. I don't know if they're going to allow it, but
Right.
like we could spin it where it's positive for them.
Yeah, right.
Whereas like it's a total gimmick for us.
And that's what you do because you know you're marketing.
Well, I have to talk to Nathan, see if these open. Like, hey, hear me out.
Right.
You can spin this very like in a fun way. You can even tell people coming into it.
Yeah.
Like this is like a fun thing.
Yep.
Like this is the first time this person's like publicly saying.
Yeah.
And then like we're donating an X amount of ticket portions this night to this cause.
Yeah.
Where like it's a win-win for everybody.
And then that's what. Listen, whenever it's for a good cause, I always. Think
and then we
positive.
can shame our friend at that point for coming in last.
Coming in last. Yeah. He's not going to come in last ever again.
Oh no, he's sold. Like they've been harping on me.
Yeah.
I reached out to like one or two like marketing PR people that don't really know their.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I'm not trying to call favors up.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like I know Bill.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not hitting Bill up about this yet.
Yeah. Right.
I'm Bill. Like
I think you'd talk to I think you'd have to talk to the other people anyways because.
Correct.
Yeah. They're the ones that
I know Bill pretty well. But I feel like he would do it. I could sell him on it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to call that favor. If I don't have to.
Right.
Which is hilarious.
Hold on to that favor. Never know.
Like I'm gonna hold this in for something more serious if I need to.
I like it.
I know Marty sang for last call a while ago. We're having fun.
Did he? I didn't even see a signal.
Oh no, it was probably 10, 20 minutes ago. How long ago was it?
It's about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
Damn. I'm good on time, even
Yeah.
drinking all this bourbon rye today.
Yeah.
Leader on this note.
Mm-hmm.
What does entrepreneurship mean to you in terms of all the community outreach that you do? Like looking from that lens. Because you're an entrepreneur in yourself, second generation business owner.
Yep.
And then you see it firsthand at these buy local events and be involved in this organization.
I think obviously when someone starts a business, when they start a business and they start to become an entrepreneur, they obviously want to provide for their family. Mm-hmm. But I think once you get past that point where you're able to provide for your family, I think everybody has ingrained in them. Everybody's for the most part a good person. And I think everybody, once they get past that point of, okay, I can feed my family. Now what can I do for you? And not necessarily for you, but for the community, for whatever cause they believe in. Because I know like that's, something I do. I actually don't advertise almost at all with my business.
I noticed that, which is fine because it works.
Right.
You told me before, like
I just don't advertise. Yeah. Now what I do is I buy the sponsorships to different nonprofit causes that I believe in and help them out that way. I just feel that that's just what my dad always did. So I followed in his footsteps.
And it's working the model.
It's working
with how you want the business to like run long term.
Right. I want people, it's, I believe in these causes. I don't need to pay, Facebook thousands, and that's okay if that's again, I don't want to put that against that. We've been around for 54 years, so it's a little different.
You have local, I tell folks, you have local brand equity.
Yeah, right.
You have a brand presence.
We have a brand presence.
You've been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, even if you did paid advertising.
Right. And
I know for a fact, hypothetically, would say I would run ads for you.
Yeah.
I know your ads would damn well perform better than someone just starting off a similar business.
Because it's already established.
Correct.
And I'm not saying I would not ever do Facebook ads or any kind of advertising, just saying that for the most part, my dad taught me to give back, and that's what I try to do. I try to give back, and I try to, especially if I can do it through a nonprofit cause, why not?
Never met your father. Don't really know about him other than this
or
what you're sharing about him.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he would be proud of you.
I appreciate that.
Looking back on it.
I appreciate that. Him and my mom's still alive. They both taught me a lot. They taught me everything. So, absolutely.
That's what I tell folks. Like, I'm an entrepreneur in the self because growing up around one. It's in my blood.
It's in your blood. And that's the big thing. And I would say this, if you're thinking about getting into business for yourself, two things. Don't be scared. Take the leap, but also be prepared to work a lot. Entrepreneurship is not easy.
It's not for the faint of heart.
It's not for the faint of heart.
It's a corny saying, but it's very true.
It is not for the faint of heart. You will be working 24 hours a day. But if you think you want to do it, at the end of the day, it is the best thing ever to have to go into to own your own business. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it's amazing.
I was telling Charlie, who popped on yesterday,
Yep.
we're like, not even from a religious context, you have to have faith in what you're doing as a business owner.
Yes. Yep.
Like, what I'm doing is bigger than me.
Correct.
You
That
know,
is very true.
I'm helping my employees, putting food on their table.
Yep.
We're service community with good products.
Yeah, that's very
And then,
true.
you know, the buy local stuff. It's bigger than you and me
Way bigger than us.
at that point.
Yep.
You have to wake up. There's not even a motivation standpoint.
Right.
Oh, what are your motivation hacks? Fuck that shit.
Yep.
You have to
like
have
that.
faith in what you're doing.
Yep. And it'll all
Work out
Yeah,
over
it'll all
time.
work out. Absolutely.
What?
Yep.
Someone at the door there?
Someone at the door?
What?
Stone
What?
Cold J.
What? What?
What's going
What?
on?
Hell, son. Stone Cold J's been hearing you boys talk about the Buy Local Coalition. Can I get a hell yeah for supporting local?
Hell yeah!
Can I get a hell yeah for supporting local businesses like Frank's Marble, Schiffbauer Consulting Group, and You Relax Moving?
Hell yeah!
You know, Stone Cold J loves to support the local community. I know you boys do as well. Can I get another hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold J said so.
Wow!
If you smell what the Prez is cooking.